And when it comes to Caitlin Clark, she's even another step up from the person that finished second.
Are you ready for the most controversial All-Star voting outcome in WNBA history? Caitlin Clark just proved that fan power wins above all, gathering nearly 1.3 million votes, more than the top 30 players from 2023 combined.
There are fans out there online who say it's Fever versus everybody, and when they see this voting, it's only going to fuel that notion.
The fans have chosen their queen, but jealous WNBA players seem to have other ideas. What did they do this time? And how is it causing a divide so big it threatens to rip the league apart? This goes far beyond basketball now. It's about respect, recognition, and the future of women's sports. If you support Caitlin and the Fever, comment CC Record Breaker below. Let's ride.
Clark and Collier earned the role of captains by virtue of being the two All-Star starters who received the most fan votes. Caitlin Clark received 1,293,526 votes. Collier received 1,176,020 votes. Wow, that's a hell of a lot of votes. It is.
Picture this: nearly 1.3 million fans around the country casting vote after vote for one player. Phones buzzing, computers clicking, all for Caitlin Clark. This wasn't just voting, it was a movement. Clark racked up 1.3 million votes for the WNBA All-Star game. Let that sink in. For context, the top 30 players in 2023 had a combined 1.17 million. Clark beat them all alone. She didn't just break records, she destroyed them.
WNBA All-Star captains have been announced. Team Collier versus Team Clark, the top two vote getters when it comes to fan voting. Caitlin Clark, over 1.2 million fan votes. Napheesa Collier not too far behind with 1.1 million fan votes. Aaliyah Boston was close, less than 2,000 votes away from a Team Clark versus Team Boston All-Star game experience. That would have been quite the entertainment, but instead we get Team Clark versus Team Napheesa Collier.
But here's where things get wild. In 2023, A'ja Wilson led all vote getters with 95,860. That seemed impressive until Clark pulled in over 13 times that amount. 13 times. That leap shows just how massive this shift in women's basketball is. Casual viewers are turning into hardcore fans almost overnight.
In 2023, get this guys, in 2023, the year before Caitlin Clark's arrival, A'ja Wilson received the most fan votes with 95,860 votes. The top 30 players had combined for 1,171,000 votes. Wow. Fewer than Caitlin Clark or Collier got by themselves this time around. Wow.
The geographic spread tells its own amazing story. Votes didn't just pour in from Indiana or the Midwest, they came from across the entire U.S. Fans from small towns in Alabama to big cities in California backed Clark. This wasn't about local pride. This was national. And don't forget the international voters either. Clark is now the face of women's basketball. Her fan army moved like nothing we've seen before. Social media exploded. Voting drives formed at watch parties. Families voted together. The WNBA had never seen this level of grassroots support. What does this mean for her as a captain? Everything. With 1.3 million fans backing you, you lead more than a team, you lead a movement.
That's Caitlin Clark. That's the Caitlin Clark phenomenon right there. That is a perfect example. The year before she showed up, all the way to what? Basically 13 times the amount of votes, because she almost got 1.3 million.
The shift from casual watchers to true WNBA fans unfolded before our eyes. Clark didn't just attract attention, she attracted passion. She pulled in people who never followed the WNBA and turned them into daily score checkers. Her voting surge shows she's something more now Not just an elite player, not just a rising name. She's the unquestioned queen of the WNBA in the eyes of those who count the fans. They've crowned her with their votes. They've stood by her in record numbers. This is the loudest fan statement in league history. Their message is clear. Caitlin Clark is the future of women's basketball. But while 1.3 million fans celebrated, something dark was happening in the background.
Sophie Cunningham said nobody likes us about the Indiana Fever, and the player voting returns for the WNBA All-Star game don't exactly dispel that notion, because Caitlin Clark received the most votes overall, like captain on the team alongside Napheesa Collier. Another starter, Aaliyah Boston, was right behind them in votes, yet both Clark and AB were ranked 9th by the players in guards and front court, respectively.
Here's where it turns ugly. While fans gave Clark nearly 1.3 million votes, WNBA players ranked her 9th among guards. Just think about that. The same woman who shattered league voting records was placed behind 8 other guards by her peers. The disconnect is impossible to ignore.
There's going to come a time when the CBA negotiations are going on. The owners are sitting across from the Players Association. The negotiators are in the room. They're trying to iron out things. And the owners all come together and they ask a question. They pose a question to the players. And the question's simple. Where's Caitlin Clark? Why isn't she here? And why isn't she sticking up for you ladies and advocating on your behalf? And when the Players Association, when the people in that room hear that question, they're going to be looking at each other confused, lost, and without an answer that doesn't make them look incredibly foolish.
The player voting revealed a shocking truth. Guards like Brittany Sykes and Natasha Cloud were ranked above the record-breaking vote leader. Let's examine that. Natasha Cloud isn't even seen as a top player on her own team. And insiders say Brittany Sykes' squad often performs better when she's off the floor. Yet somehow, both were rated higher than Caitlin Clark by other WNBA players.
And what everybody is talking about are the player rankings when it comes to the All-Star ballot. They put Caitlin Clark number 9 as far as the guards go for the WNBA. Not number 2 behind, I don't know who would possibly be ahead of her. Not number 3, not 4, not 5. Shout out to LeBron James. Not 1, not 2, not 3. They put her all the way at number 9.
The pattern becomes even more suspicious when Aaliyah Boston enters the picture. Despite her strong fan support, players also placed Boston 9th in the front court vote. 2 Indiana Fever players both ending up at 9th? That's not random, it's coordinated. The results show a clear bias against the Fever and the Stars fueling the league's rise. Media voters ranked Clark 3rd among guards. It's better than the player vote, but still far below what her fan support deserved. Remember, fans make up 50% of the weighted vote. The rest is split between players and media. This system claims to stop fan favorites from dominating, but it lets jealous players downplay someone's real success.
Behind Natasha Cloud, behind Brittany Sykes, this is absolutely egregious and downright disrespectful. Maybe in Caitlin Clark's mind, she can rationalize, okay, Sabrina. In her mind, I think she's better than Sabrina, but I'm speaking for Caitlin. I'm sorry, forgive me, Caitlin. I don't want to speak for you, but here I am. Maybe she can rationalize that in her mind. Okay, Alicia Gray's having a great year. I haven't really quite been as healthy as I'd like to be. Okay.
Now think about the irony. Clark brings millions of new fans to the WNBA. She fills arenas. She boosts TV ratings. She builds hype that benefits every player. Yet the same players profiting from her fame refuse to give her credit. Sophie Cunningham said it best about Indiana. Nobody likes us. The weighted system now shows its true nature. It's not balance, it's control. When fans choose one player by a landslide, the league's design lets bitter rivals silence that support. Players who thrive off Clark's popularity can still vote against her. That disrespect sets the stage for big drama in the captain picks. Clark now decides who joins her All-Star squad. Will she reward the respectful or take the high road and pick only the best?
Caitlin Clark has to be getting a light bulb. Oh, they just don't like me, right? Once we get to the Natasha Cloud and Brittany Sykes, a light bulb has to go off. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, they just don't like me. I'm done publicly coming to your girl's defense. I'm done publicly using my cachet, using my fans, my fan base to come support you guys. We're done with that.
LS players just exposed how they really feel about Clark's rapid rise. They're not lifting up the breakout star of women's basketball. They're trying to drag her down, but they made one massive mistake. They gave Clark the captain's seat and the power to choose who stands with her when the lights shine brightest.
Caitlin Clark and Ephesia Collier named the 2025 AT&T WNBA All-Star Game Team Captains. Clark earns her second All-Star selection, Collier her fifth. Both players are All-Star captains for the first time.
Now Clark holds the ultimate trump card. As team captain, she controls who plays with her and who stays behind. The WNBA has given her the perfect tool for revenge. This new All-Star captain draft adds a level of drama never seen before in women's hoops. Here's the setup. Clark and Ephesia Collier will draft teams live on TV on July 8th. Every pick will be aired for the fans. The NBA used this idea before, and it was full of surprises. Now, it's the WNBA's turn to showcase raw emotion, loyalty, and maybe some revenge. On national television,
The starters have been revealed today. You got Aaliyah Boston, shout out to AB, Paige Beckers, Caitlin Clark, Nafisa Collier, Alicia Gray, Sabrina Ionescu, Aneka Ogwumike, Satu, Sabali, Sabali, Brianna Stewart, and Asia Wilson will be your 10 starters that Clark and Nafisa Collier get to choose from.
Clark now faces choices that could change the league's energy completely. Will she pick loyal teammates like Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell? Or focus on pure talent even if those players ranked her low? That decision will show the world her values. Think about the ones who disrespected her in the vote ranking her 9th despite record-breaking fan numbers. Now they might want her respect more than ever. Imagine Asia Wilson waiting to see if Clark selects her. The irony is thick. This format gives Clark the power to reward loyalty. Hull backed her through every storm. Boston went to battle with her all season. Now Clark can tell the world who truly rides with her by picking them for her squad.
When you guys are in the negotiation room and you're getting asked all these questions, where's Caitlin Clark? And you keep calling me and it goes ring, 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 ring. Shout out to Kevin Gates. When you guys text me and he gets left on red, you guys know why. You guys know why. You don't think I'm that good. And if you do think I'm that good, you don't want people publicly to know you guys think I'm that good, so you're just going to downplay me and shit on me for public perception. I'm not cool with that.
The live draft exposes league tensions like never before. Every pick will be analyzed. Every snub will be remembered. Players will finally see where they stand with Clark. Cameras will catch every reaction, every shocked face, every disappointed stare. Some snubs could shake the league's chemistry. How will certain players react if Clark skips them? What rivalries will heat up? This draft could change relationships across the WNBA. It creates storylines that linger all season. Grudges form, friendships grow, and the politics of women's hoops unfold in real time. It all ties into the WNBA's massive expansion through 2030. Clark is the engine behind the boom. New teams want to build around her. The Golden State Valkyries sold out before playing a game. Clark's stardom lifts everyone. And now, through the draft, she shines a spotlight on who really deserves it.
I don't know how else to really spin it, especially when you see some of the players that are voted above them in this and that wind up ranked higher. And of course, with the narrative around Caitlin Clark in the past. Let's take a look at the actual voting returns. You can see it for yourself. Here is the voting. Paige Beckers, fan rank 2, media rank 5, player rank 4, meaning she was well ahead of Caitlin Clark when it comes to the player ranks. Caitlin Clark, fan rank 1, media rank 3, player rank 9. That's a huge jump from just the media rank to the player rank.
Clark holds all the power going into this draft. She can honor loyalty or chase talent. She can stir drama or encourage unity. The choice will reflect her vision for the future of women's basketball. The players who ranked her low just handed her the perfect moment to show who really leads. She now chooses who stands beside her when the spotlight hits. The Queen selects her court. Clark's 1.3 million votes aren't just about one All-Star game, they prove women's basketball has its breakthrough superstar. The WNBA sees the shift happening in real time. The league just announced expansion plans directly linked to Clark's impact. 3 new teams will join by 2030. Cleveland gets a franchise in 2028. Detroit follows in 2029. Philadelphia rounds out the list in 2030. These aren't random picks. They're cities hungry for the kind of excitement Clark delivers. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert confirmed the expansion comes from surging demand for women's basketball and growing investment. Clark's 1.3 million votes are living proof of that demand. Fans want more games, more teams, and more access to elite women's basketball. The Golden State Valkyries already show her influence, selling out all 10 home games at Chase Center before even playing. Think about that brand new team selling out purely off hype for women's basketball. The Clark effect is everywhere. Investment is pouring into women's sports like never before. Corporate sponsors want their names attached to Clark's brand. TV networks are bidding higher for WNBA rights. Arena owners are asking for new teams. The business world follows the hype Clark creates, and it's opening major doors for players like Hull, Boston, and Mitchell. More games equal more visibility. More teams mean more jobs. More investment brings better pay across the league. Clark's rise lifts everyone around her. Where she plays, viewership soars. At Fever games, attendance records fall. TV ratings skyrocket when she's on screen. All-Star voting proved her fame turns into real action that drives league growth. Thanks to Clark, 2025 is shaping up to be historic. New fans will tune in to support the player they voted for. Veterans gain new exposure. The league rises to match the energy Clark brings. Her 1.3 million votes are just the start of a women's basketball revolution. Expansion proves the WNBA isn't betting on hype, it's building a future on Clark's momentum. What records will she break next? Voting was just the beginning. TV ratings are next. Attendance is climbing. Merch is flying off shelves. The empire she built through fan votes now stretches across the entire league. Clark proved fan power beats bitter politics every time, and this is just the start. Nearly 1.3 million votes show what happens when fans rally behind their queen. Let the players vote her ninth, that means nothing. The fans already crowned her. Keep backing Clark and the Fever for a huge 2025. Your support matters. Your votes fuel this movement. The All-Star Draft is July 8th. Clark will show who truly supports women's basketball. 3 more WNBA teams are coming by 2030, all because of this movement. And this revolution begins with you. If you support Caitlin and the Fever, comment below, CC Record Breaker, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment. Tap the video on screen, and we'll see you in the next one.